welcome or welcome back to the Grown Girl Tarot. Thank you for being here with me as always. So today's reading is going to be from Mother Gaia. I personally have always felt a strong connection to her and the love that I have for planet Earth as well. I feel like I want to help and contribute with the gifts that I have, as well as helping the collective in recognizing their own gifts so that they can help others as well. It's a ripple effect, you see, right? So we all have different talents and gifts in this lifetime, and we are supposed to be using it to elevate the consciousness of this planet and to help humanity to find themselves and to recognize that we are one with nature. We are not separated. We are so much more connected than we realize, right? Do you see, like, there are so many sickness and illness in our bodies? Why? It's because we are so detached. We are so detached from Mother Earth. We are so detached from Mother Nature. But no, right? We come from nature and we die going back to nature as well, right? And I know that Mother Gaia needs us. She needs our help more than ever. So if you would like to know more about this reading, keep watching. So here I divide the readings into 3 parts, which is the very first question we are going to ask is, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? The second question would be, how will she bless you with your life here on Earth? And lastly, we'll look at some sort of guidance from the Gaia Oracle. And I finished all 3 piles, so I'm going to have to say that they all have their own similarities, truly. And because before this reading, at first I thought there would be a pile that would Mother Gaia would bless you with. It's like money, like financial abundance, financial stability, and resources. But I feel like for all 3 piles today, right, it's really more about like the internal shift that she's providing you. It's the internal shift and the power of your thought, your speech, your voice, and your word. All 3 piles have their own similarities, especially with their voice. It's like, if you resonate with me, it feels like you have a special voice. You have something really unique to share with humanity. You have something unique that you're supposed to be sharing, right? You have a voice that you are meant to be using. It's like you're not meant to keep yourself suppressed. You are not meant to be laying low. You're meant to be visible. You're meant to be seen in some sort of way for all 3 piles today. It's like all of you have such a strong connection with your throat chakra, right? Especially with the power of your voice, your mind, your thought, right? I'm seeing a lot of strong throat chakra energy in all of these 3 piles, and as well as a lot in about expanding your own consciousness, as well as in allowing the different, in allowing yourself to expand in some sort of way, not just keeping yourself stuck in one place. So these are the similarities that I see in today's reading. So yeah, I hope that this makes some sort of sense. And like I mentioned, this is a collective reading. All right, not all messages are going to resonate, and if whichever pile you are drawn to and you don't like the messages that you are listening to, please feel free to skip this reading, right? Check out other piles or check out my other readings, or you can check out other amazing readers out there as well. So thank you so much for your support, and I'm just so thankful and grateful. So if this is a timeless reading, okay, you can be drawn to more than one, or you can pick all 3 piles if you want to, which I'm really thankful for you sharing your energy with me. All right, whenever you come across this reading, this is going to be yours. If you're interested in Mother Nature and you're interested in knowing how can you help Mother Gaia, then this is definitely your reading. All right, thank you so much. And this is pile number 1. Let's see. So if you're drawn to the sun, the inner child energy is also coming through, right? Whichever image, the words that you're drawn to as well. Look at it and see which piles you're drawn to the most. Next is the second pile. This is liberation. This is giving me something of a higher perspective. Maybe you're somebody that is able to detach from a lot of situations and look at things from a higher perspective. Okay. Last but not least, we have Sacred Journey with Life Cycles, Family Transformation. This is all about transformation, isn't it? Cycles of nature, cycles of life and death as well. So yeah, here are all three piles, and please feel free to pause this reading if you want to, and to choose whichever reading or whichever piles you feel drawn to the most, okay? And after you picked your piles, I'll see you in your reading, okay? See you there! Hi, welcome back, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your energy with me. So in today's reading, we have 3 parts. So firstly, we'll look at how can you contribute to Mother Earth. Secondly, we'll look at how will she bless you with your life here on Earth. Lastly, we'll look at guidance from Mother Gaia from the Gaia Oracle. Okay, so I don't know how long this reading is going to be, but yeah, hopefully the messages are going to be helpful for you, and I hope that it really resonates with you, pile number 1. Okay, so a reminder here, as always, remember that this is a collective reading. Not all messages are going to resonate for you. Always trust your intuition above all else. Know that you have the free will to create your own life, to create your own destiny. Do not give your power away to me or any other psychic, any other mediums, and just anybody out there. All right, like, you are the sole responsibility of your own life. If you know that this reading, the messages that come through, it doesn't really resonate with you, you don't like the messages that you are listening, then please skip it. Okay, skip it. Check out the other piles, or check out my other readings if you are interested. Okay, but I'm just really happy and I'm just really excited to be reading this for you, and I hope that you do too. Okay, so before we get started with the tarot cards, something else came through, which is there's a card that I've been seeing, and when I was shuffling your tarot cards, so I knew that I had to read the message from the guidebook, which is this deck, the Earth and Sky Oracle. And wait, let me flip open to the card. If I'm not, yeah, it's the element of air, and it's the goddess Nut. Yes, it's this: birthing, divine vessel, new life, creative energy. I feel really strongly, I feel called to read this message for you, and hopefully it resonates for you somehow, and it resonates with this reading, because I'm strongly feeling like Goddess Nut here. Okay, so we have birthing, divine vessel, creative energy. Oh, her name is Nut, sorry. I'm so sorry if I pronounced it wrongly. Nut is an early ancient Egyptian sky goddess who gave birth to all of the stars and planets. She's often depicted bending naked over the earth god Geb, covered in golden stars to represent her heavenly children. Their father Shu, god of air, moves between them, thus explaining the separation of the sky and the earth. As mother of all celestial bodies, Nut is a birthing pathway for the sun in the sky. Every night, she swallows the solar disk, which travels through her to be reborn the next day. Her symbols are the sky, the stars, and a water pot headdress representing the womb and shown in her hieroglyphic name. This card vibrates with the creative energy of the universe. It's linked to the divine feminine source of all, the sacred womb. There is something significant that you're giving birth to, and the universe is poised to channel this creative power through you. Sky Mother Nut says you're entering a time of enormous growth and new life. You are birthing magical new creations and are a fertile vessel for ideas, projects, relationships, and more. How does the creative energy feel within you? Is it blocked or flowing freely? It's vital for your physical and spiritual well-being to channel this energy in positive ways. Let it flow through healing, arts, science, music, writing, gardening, cooking, movement, caring for children. Be a clear conduit for life force energy. The creative process is akin to birthing. It requires full presence, digging deep, riding the waves. It's usually not linear, but a spiraling back and forth, multi-layered journey. Your feelings are close to the surface, you're raw and cracked open. To create, you must be vulnerable and reveal what's inside your heart. When the moment of birth is close, there's a stage called transition where temporarily everything feels hopeless and impossible. You may roar, cry, and want to give up. Don't despair. The earth and sky are holding you. Soon the sun breaks through and you have birthed. It is a miracle. Sky invocation, you can say this affirmation if you want to. I birthed new creations with ease. So yeah, this actually kind of relates to the reading that we are doing today, which is all about Mother Earth. And I feel like for pile number 1, you could be birthing something new, right? You could be engaging with something creative, something that you've always wanted to birth into your new reality. And this is your sign. This is your chance here to go towards it. And I'm actually feeling a crack around my throat chakra. So yeah, your throat chakra could be opening, your throat chakra could be awakening right now. Yeah, absolutely, my throat. Excuse me. But yeah, it's like something is being revealed to you through your throat chakra, or you are meant to share something significant and something important with other people, even with the collective and just the earth, or even humanity as well. You are meant to be sharing some sort of vision, some sort of creative projects that you feel so deeply drawn to, and Mother Gaia, Mother Nature wants to share her support, and that whatever you're birthing into, please know that this is deeply guided by her, and this is a message that she wants to share it through me. And for you, pile number 1, which is that this is your sign, this is your chance to go for it, to start doing it and to stop procrastinating, which is this is your time. I'm seeing like Aries energy as well. So Aries energy could be very, very significant for you. Maybe you have a lot of Aries placements in your chart. So I'm also hearing like Mars in Aries. So you could have Mars in your Aries, and I know I'm getting Mars and Aries in the 11th house. So this could be really significant for you. Please don't miss this chance. This is a great time for you to connect with your womb, with your sexual energy, because sexual energy is not just about, sexuality and all. It's not just about sex and all. It's also about birthing something. It's also about manifesting. It's all about creations as well. Okay, so yeah, let's finally. So the first question is, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? So we'll be looking at 3 tarot cards today, all right? Firstly, we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, hold on. I need this to be... yes, okay. Next, we have Justice in the reverse. Last but not least, we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Wow, all reversal cards. Please don't be afraid, pile number 1, okay? There's nothing to be afraid for reversals. It's just this energy could be repressed, and that you're gonna have to engage more with this energy in order to be able to see this manifested in your current reality. So don't be afraid of the energies here, all right? So yeah, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? I don't know why I'm hearing like flowers. Flowers could be significant. You might work with flowers. You might know the different meanings and significance. You might know the different meanings and the significance of flowers, right? And you might be really drawn to plants, leaves, right? You might be someone who is a gardener, right? You could be somebody that engages in a lot of physical work, like for example, a mechanic, right? Somebody who repairs things, right? Somebody who knows their way around with knowing how to repair the lights. Yeah, you could be somebody that knows how to fix things, right? Fix things not in the spiritual or in the emotional realm. No, fix things as in like the physical things, right? I'm hearing like IKEA. So you could be somebody that works in IKEA, or you could love furniture as well. You could be somebody that works in the furniture industry, right? You could be somebody that creates art. You could be somebody that has a a good eye for beauty, and you know which colors that match up with one another. You understand what colors might help with the feng shui, the feng shui of the certain aspect of the home, right? So I don't know why this message is coming through, so it could be significant maybe for like one or two of you, not many. But with the Justice card here, I'm also just seeing some sort of truth, right? Because I'm getting a strong sense of the air element. So you could be somebody that contributes to Mother Earth through authenticity, through truths. Like, you are not somebody that would just sugarcoat things. You are somebody that is really, really sure and certain about what you say and what you give out to, and the types of advice and insights that you give to other people, because you know that what you say has power. You know that the truth, it has the ability to either help other people, or it has the ability to cut through other people at the same time. So you use your sort of truth really wisely. Like, you are not somebody that just gives up, or you're not somebody that is going to be persuaded very easily. It's like you fight for the rights of humanity. You fight for the rights of your clients as well. You know that truth will always prevail, right? You know that the only way that Mother Nature Mother Nature can continuously evolve is to follow the path of authenticity. It's not about, surface level material stuff in the physical world anymore. No, it's about being able to cut through and being able to see through things in a really objective and in a really logical way, but at the same time not losing your compassion, at the same time not taking on the burdens and stress of other people, right? Like, for example, I was just giving this example of you working in IKEA, for example. Let's say if a client asks you, oh, what do you think about this? Like, do you think it matches the atmosphere? Do you think it matches the vibe of my room, for example? Let's say they show you a picture, and you might be the one that ask them, like, do you really want my honest answer? Even if you are working in IKEA, right? Even if you do need sales, you do need like an income, but you won't lie to the people that come to you, so to speak. Like, you have a powerful vibration for truth. I'm seeing the number 7, so the number 7 could be really significant. You could be a life path 7 as well. Like, yeah, as I was saying, like, so many downloads and messages are coming through, so please bear with me, pile number 1. But yeah, your clients, like the people that come to you, they admire your honesty, they admire your truth, and they would be like, whoa, like I wasn't really expecting that, because most of the times, like, those people that are working in sales, they want to close a deal, right? Which, absolutely, I'm not shaming these people. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. It's just a lot of the times, whatever it is that they are prioritizing, it might not be for the highest good, right? Like, just like your inner voice, your inner will, it really doesn't match up with the words that you say, right? Most of the time. But for you specifically, pound number 1, it's that whatever you are thinking, you would say it out loud, right? You don't mind speaking the truth. You don't mind being the villain. You don't mind being the bad guy, right? Like, you are not afraid to correct other people, so to speak. But I'm also hearing that you have to be mindful sometimes, because not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every opinion needs to be heard, right? And that being able to differentiate, like, what is it that I can put it out there, what is it that I can say, as well as knowing that, okay, like, this is something that I'm going to keep it to myself, I'm not going to say it, right? This is why, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? I feel like you are also balancing between, like, what I've just mentioned, which is understanding the difference between knowing when to speak up about something, as well as knowing when to keep your opinions to yourself. Like, you are balancing something like that, right? Which is, and I really, really admire this in you. And Mother Gaia, she loves this in you. She loves that you power the value of truth and honesty above anything else, even if sometimes people might not really want to hear it, right? And like I mentioned about the example of IKEA, which is, you might tell your clients, like, no, this doesn't really resonate, no, this doesn't vibe, and they would take your opinions, like, very, very seriously. Because I don't know if you realize this, like, consciously or subconsciously, right? You don't realize that you have the power of voice. Like your voice is very powerful. It's like people take your opinions, people take your voice very seriously. Like you are not someone here to be played with. Like whenever people come to you, they look up to you, they would ask you for your opinions and advice, and you will always give a straight up answer. You wouldn't like play, you wouldn't sugarcoat. And that is what is really awesome, and that is what Mother Gaia and Mother Nature is here to pass down to you, I'm hearing. So yeah, pile number one. And especially with the Seven of Pentacles here, right, and the Ten of Wands here in the reverse, it's really just giving me a vibe of like, you can see things from a higher perspective. Like you don't really just focus on what is right in front of you. Like you don't really focus on the instant gratification of things. Like, oh, am I going to make money from this? Like, oh, if I say something that doesn't really resonate with how I feel, how I think, am I going to benefit from this? Or am I just going to be like continuously lying to myself and lying to other people? Like you have the ability to do that. Like you have the ability to not focus on what is right in front of you, but more of like the long-term blessings and the long-term trust that you are going to receive back, not only from others, but most importantly from yourself, because you know that you have your integrity intact. You know that you're not going to sacrifice yourself, and you know that you're not going to sacrifice your integrity just because you want something instantaneous, right? Like I was scrolling through a post yesterday, I don't really remember exactly the thing, but I'm going to summarize it, which is, so it's like she was an artist, right? She's somebody that makes music. So this person that approached her for an opportunity wanted her to give up her rights for the music that she makes, right? So that the person in charge, the person providing her the opportunity, will be the one that has all of the rights to her music. But at the same time, this is a famous person, so to speak, like a famous person that can provide her with more opportunities and even like more money. And yes, and in the end, she didn't say yes, right? She said no to this person, this producer that wanted her rights for the music in itself, and she said no, right? It turns out like 15, or I don't really remember the exact year, but 15 or 18 years later, as she starts to post her music out, like she literally hit the charts, and the charts stayed there for like a few years. Like she was like number one on all of the charts, because back then she wasn't like famous, like the person giving her the opportunity, right? Like the person wanted to use her music in exchange for money and all of that stuff. So it's like, yeah, and she said no, and like 15 years later she became famous herself, right? She continued writing music, and she composed as well, and she posted her music, and like people loved her, right? Just because of that one no that she mentioned. She is literally a millionaire right now, right? So like this example that I'm trying to say here is that you are not somebody that will give into surface level shit. Like you don't just focus on what's in front of you. Like you're able to look at things in a very long term perspective. I'm seeing the ego right now, so you have a higher perspective on things, right? And you are not going to stress yourself out because of what you are lacking right now. Even if there's like a famous person that is gonna call you, right, to ask you for an opportunity, but if it doesn't benefit you, so to speak, if it doesn't really speaks to you, right, and if your intuition says no, then you are going to say no, despite on how perfect the the opportunity is, despite on how famous this person is. It's like you're not going to give into like the instantaneous gratification, right? And that is really, really admirable. And that is what Mother Gaia really, really loves and really admires. And she's also saying that this is your way of contributing, which is saying no to the things that do not serve you. And don't underestimate this no, because you never know that this one no that you are saying right now, it might serve you like 10 years and 15 years later, right? And yeah, maybe some of you might say, but 10 years, 15 years, that's too long. That's the thing. Because our ego is the one that's trying to convince us like, oh, we want things quickly, right? Because there are certain circumstances that we are in. Like for example, when we are really stressed, right? When we are really burdened with a lot of responsibilities on our hands, a lot of the times we might give in. We might give in to what feels right at that moment, but in our heart it just feels really off. It feels really wrong. It's like, no, you have this good balance between your intuition and your ego. It's like you are allowing your ego to be the one serving your intuition, not the other way around. And that is how you can contribute to planet Earth, because you are also inspiring other people to do the same. You're also inspiring other people to look at the long term, blessings that you're going to receive, instead of focusing on what's right in front of you, right? So definitely, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? It's your authenticity, it's your truth, right? It's your belief in justice. It's your belief that no matter what, no matter how I'm being seen, no matter how I'm being perceived, I'm always going to stick to the truth. I'm always going to be authentic. I'm always going to stick to what's in my heart, rather than succumbing to others, or rather than succumbing to the egoic desires of my mind. Like, no, like I'm going to keep myself in check, put my ego back into place, because truth and authenticity, it is your right. It is your divine birthright, and that is what it is that you have developed and you have evolved, right? And that is a huge contribution that you can give to Mother Earth, which is your truth, your integrity, your authenticity, right? The power of your voice, the power of your words as well, and that how you value authenticity and truth above anything else on this planet, and that nothing and no one can ever sway you from that. Even if they try to, you will be able to handle that situation in any way, because your truth will eventually prevail, even if you don't really recognize this right now. Even if you are not really consciously aware of it right now, Mother Gaia will make sure that the more you evolve, the more you move through your life, you will be more consciously aware of the amount of truths that you hold within you, even if you don't consciously recognize it. Okay, so yeah, this is how you contribute to Mother Earth, pile number one. I really, really hope that this reading helped you in some sort of way. All right. Okay, excuse me, I was burping. But yeah, we have the second question, which is, how will she bless you with your life here on Earth? So, this is very interesting. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. We have the Hierophant in the upright. Ha 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 ha, like I said, ho 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. I don't know if you called to do that, but yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. It came through in this position, so yeah. Okay, how will she bless you with your life here on Earth? The first thing that I heard was you are going to receive a lot of admirers. Like, there are going to be so many people that look up to you. I was mentioning this in the first part, right, where So many people look up to you. So many people see you as this mentor. They view you as this person that is really trustworthy, really reliable as well, because of the energy, because of how real you are, because they know that you can see through a lot of bullshit. They know that you can see through a lot of lies as well. This is why they are willing to follow you in your footsteps. Like you might see people like imitating you, like copying you as well in terms of your path, because they themselves also resonate with this energy of truth and authenticity, and you initiate these people into a new level of awakening. And this new level of awakening is to make them realize how powerful they actually are. And I'm not trying to like say that copy is kind of like a right thing, but being inspired by you, yeah, that is the right word, inspired by you, not copying you. Yes. So yeah, you might find people being really, really inspired by you, right? And that they really resonate with your authenticity and your truth, and they would just want to give their all to you. And what I mean by give their all is that they want to be able to hear a lot of your opinions all the time. They want to be able to hear you speak. They want to hear you talk. You know, maybe one day you might be able to stand up on stage, right? You might be in front of the public, speaking up about issues that make you really angry, speaking about the injustice that is happening right now at our world. And that because these people, they hold some sort of faith towards you. They feel like you're God sent, is what I'm hearing. Like they feel like you're God sent. They feel like you are somebody that is just very, very in tune with the cosmos, very in tune with their own truths as well, and that you have a set of belief systems, you have a set of values and morals that you uphold, and that you are not going to get easily swayed by other people, no matter how serious or stressful these circumstances is. This is how strong your faith is, right? It's like, how will Mother Gaia bless you? I feel like she will bless you with a lot of strong faith. She will bless you with a lot of different like I mentioned, followers, right? People that truly want to follow you, and people that truly want to follow you. But at the same time as well, people that inspire you to be better as well. It's like people that are influenced by you, but at the same time, people that will inspire you to be better, people that will inspire you to be more daring, more daring and more bold, right? It's like you are going to be able to attract, like, you are going to be attracting people in the public eye, people that are doing similar work as you, people that care about the injustice, and they do care about the world just like you. And you are able to find like-minded people, right? People that shine just as brightly as you, and they are teaching you not to dim your light. They are teaching you that it is okay for you to be even more daring, even more audacious, even more daring, even more bold, right? Because that is what Mother Gaia is here to bless you. She wants you to be able to stand strong in your beliefs, stand strong in your truths, because your truths, they are aligned with the divine. They are aligned with the laws of the cosmos as well. They are aligned with unconditional love, right? That is the power that Mother Gaia is giving you. She's giving you the power of influence, right? Public influence as well. She's giving you a strong power, a strong hold that you have towards the public. You can see so many people following you, so many people, cheering you on, supporting you, because she wants you to evolve, and she wants you to grow and grow and grow. And maybe even one day you might have such a strong influence on the entire world. I'm not kidding, right? It's not just a small public. It's like literally the entire world that will be looking up towards you, watching you. I'm also seeing some sort of you might be a journalist, somebody who broadcasts news. That's why you could be a broadcaster. Is there such a word, broadcaster? But yeah, but you could be somebody that reports news, and that she's giving you that amount of power and that influence. And don't underestimate this power and influence, because you don't know how much people you can inspire, right? Like, she's blessing you. She's blessing you with the ability to help other people self-reflect, help other people recognize that they themselves, they are influenced by your beliefs, but that doesn't mean that they need to follow exactly as you said. Like, they themselves, like, you help other people to redirect their energy back towards themselves, back towards their independence and their freedom, and that they have the power to eliminate whatever it is that they don't want to have in their lives, and that to be able to grow as an individual, to speak up either about feminism or politics, right? Children's rights, right? To speak up about the very sensitive issues that a lot of us, we might avoid and we might not even want to touch on. Like, you tap into these aspects as well. Right, the Queen of Wands in the reverse here, it's really giving me some sort of unconventional vibes. It's giving somebody that doesn't really follow the rules. She shines just as she wants to, right? She influences other people not through, I mean, yeah, it includes her physical appearance and her physique, but it's not really just about that. It's about the power and the energy that she carries, right? You inspire people just by being you, just by sticking to your own faith, and you are already inspiring other people, because you are really otherworldly. Like, you are really unconventional. Like, you are not the same as others. Now I'm seeing this my favorite character, which is Jack Ryan. Right, I'm not sure if you've watched this series, but I would really highly recommend Pile Number One to watch Jack Ryan. It's like one of my favorite male characters, male lead, because it really reflects the energy here that I'm seeing. It's like he's really rebellious, really unorthodox. He doesn't follow the rules. He doesn't give a shit about the rules. In fact, he is just following what is right to him, right? Like, he follows what is right, and he follows his heart, right? And that even if, like, other people think that he's just too, like, a lone wolf, he's just too independent and all of that stuff, and yeah, I do agree that he has his own imperfections and flaws, but one thing that I like about Jack Ryan is his rebellious energy. It's the way he moves. It's that even if there are no logical support in the physical reality, but his intuition leads him to it. His gut leads him to do what is right for the world, what is right for him, what is right for the people that he loves. You have that strong inner justice, internal guidance within you that can help to guide you towards what is right. This is why you will be able to, shed away all of the manipulation and all of the people that are trying to, like, manipulate you, all of the people that tries to, get into your head and all. Like, no, you're able to cut through that, and you're able to see through very, very clearly. This is how Mother Gaia blesses you. So I highly recommend Jack Ryan. Please check it out, right? It's on Prime Video if you want to. Of course, no force here, but this is the power of influence that I see, because what is Mother Gaia blessing you? It's not really about the, like, money, resources and all she's blessing you with, but she's really giving you the strong internal guidance in order for you to turn towards, like, what is right, in order for you to see the depths and the truth of other people, to give you a sense of intuition, to gift you with the discernment, with the ability to see, even if what other people are saying is kind of correct, is right, does that really reflect how they move? Because you are one with your mind, with your soul, with your body. You walk the talk, right? You are not just somebody that says what it is to be said, but your actions reflect it. And a lot of the times you don't even have to speak up about it. Sometimes your actions already reflects the energy that you carry, because a lot of the times people, they don't even recognize, even if what they are saying, what they are carrying, but their energy speaks very differently. Like, they are not what they seem they are not what they looks like on the surface. But you are one with everything. You are one with nature. You are one with the cosmos. You are one with life, because you know that everything connects to one another. You believe that you are divinely guided, and you are. You absolutely are. You are divinely guided in some sort of way. You are divinely guided in the most unconventional way, so to speak. And Mother Gaia, she's also blessing you with to be able to reach to a really high and top position in society, right? And this high and top position in society, not in the ways where you are thinking right now, not in the ways where how society views it, right? Like you are high and top in your society in a way where you are consistently sharing yourself, where you are consistently opening up to your own beliefs, your own truths, right? Where you are not afraid to stand up and fight for what's right. That is the power that you hold. Power number one. Okay, so don't be afraid of putting what it is necessary. And the power of speech and the power of voice that Mother Gaia is blessing you with, it's not really just about you speaking up as well. It's also about you recognizing when to, when to keep your opinions to yourself, as well as knowing how to, I'm hearing like how to tailor your words, so to speak. Like what I mean by tailoring your words, it's not about you undermining yourself. It's not about you playing small. It's about kind of choosing the right words, right? It's kind of like choosing the right words, so to speak. But ultimately, you also understand that you cannot control how other people are going to view you. You cannot control outer circumstances. But as long as you know that what I'm saying right now, it reflects what I hold. Like I know that my intentions are good. I know that my intentions are pure. That's what it matters. Like I'm not using my words to, even though like yes, my words, they have power. They can cut through other people. But how I'm using my voice, the words that I choose, the words that I use, they all they all are sought and thought carefully by me. Like I rehearse, not necessarily rehearse, but yeah, you would think it through. That's what I'm saying. Like you will think it through with what you are saying. Like you are not going to just spit it out. Like, oh, let's say, for example, somebody shares an idea with you, right? And in your mind, you might think that that's stupid. But obviously, you're not going to say that's stupid, right? So it's something like that. You're not going to say that's stupid. You're just going to be like, oh, thank you so much for sharing this, but I don't necessarily really agree with this. You know, it's about the way with your words. That's how you are. That's how good you're going to use your speech, right? Like you are able to use your words really wisely, like, right? That you're not just gonna say like, that's stupid, that's like hilarious. Like no, you are going to choose the use of your words wisely. So that's just very, very interesting. So yeah, how will she bless you with your life here on earth? She will help you to shine your best. She will help you to, like, she will put you in places where your light is the most needed. She will put you in like probably different countries, different cities, different states. Like she will point you to like different news as well, right? She will point you to like different news as well, where you look at it and you just feel this like rage and anger, and you know that, okay, this is a topic that I want to research more, I want to educate myself more about, and I'm gonna go forth about it, right? It doesn't have to be spirituality. It doesn't have to be about like energy, healing, divination works. Like no, sometimes it's about you being in the medical industry, like being a doctor, right? Or you being skilled in the different foods that we have to consume. That is actually a big help. That is actually a huge blessing from Mother Earth already. So do not underestimate the skills and the talents that she's going to give you, because she's giving you this ability to just be authentically, be who you really are, right? Like your words, your actions, your mind, right? Your mind, your body, and your soul, they all are in one with one another. It's like no matter how much you try to lie to yourself, so to speak, you are not going to unsee what it is necessary for you to see at this moment, even if it's painful, or even if what you need, the work that you are trying to put out there, even if it's difficult for you to speak up on, even if you know that it's going to trigger other people, you are still going to do it. Because Mother Gaia, she won't allow you to run away from it. What I mean by that is that, you know, sometimes when you get that really strong urge to do something, and even if you are trying to run away from it, you can't. It will always be at the back of your mind. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like, if this is something that I need to speak up on, I'm going to speak up on. I'm going to create it. I'm going to use it. Like, I'm going to channel this energy out. Like, I'm not going to just like sit back and not do anything, because the fire within you, right? The Queen of Wands energy, the fire, the passionate energy that you feel within you is not going to allow it. It's not going to allow it. In the end, either you are going to use that energy well, or it's going to burn you, right? And in the end, Mother Gaia, she's going to urge you and bring you to like news and topics and just like any resources that are available and that is of good use for you. She's going to bring you to that. This is what she's also blessing you with, right? Like resources, teachers as well, coaches, mentors, whatever it is that can help you to evolve, help you to be your highest and your most authentic self, she's going to bring you to it, right? Like, not only just people that you influence, but people that you are going to get influenced by, right? Which is the ones that can truly help you. They will ask you to grow and grow and grow, to stand up and fight, right? And to use your power and to use your voice for good, because like I mentioned, you have a powerful voice. You have a powerful way with words as well. So don't underestimate that power and don't throw away that power, because you have that in you. And that is what she's blessing you with. Okay, and I'm also hearing another message with spiritual protection. She's also blessing you with a lot of spiritual protection, because as much as there is a lot of light here on earth, there is as much darkness at the same time. Evil forces will try to bring you down as well, not just through people, but just like entities and spirits as well. So, but you don't have to be afraid of it. Okay, I'm putting it here not just to make you afraid, but to make you realize that you are always protected. It's like when you are doing the work for Mother Earth, right? She will make sure that you are protected and that you are cared for. And that is what this reading is about, right? Because maybe a part of you is really hesitant to put yourself out there, and she wants to let you know that there is nothing that could stop you from shining your light out into the world. Nothing. Your passion, your fiery energy, it will never ever stop you. It will never stop you. It will only bring you to greater heights. It will only make you grow into a very influential person in our society that is necessary. All right, so yeah, that is all that I have for the second portion. Last but not least, we are going to look at the Gaia Oracle. This is it too huge? Like, yeah, we have the Gaia Oracle. We have the Gaia Oracle, and see what other final messages does Mother Gaia have for you. Okay, so we are going to shuffle. I really hope that this reading resonated. So thank you so much for accepting my imperfections and my flaws as well, and for being so kind and generous towards me. I'm really grateful and thankful for all. Pile number one, thank you. And if you do become an influential person, please come back and let me know. I will be really interested to know who you are, pile number one. Okay, please tell me. I want to know who you are. I really want to know. Please come back and tell me, and don't forget about me, okay? Okay, just joking, but yeah, please don't forget about me. Okay, last we have, let's see, final messages from Mother Gaia. I want to see what final messages does Mother Gaia have for pile number one. Mother Gaia that loves pile number one unconditionally. What final messages do you have for pile number one? Final messages from pile number one. Mother Gaia that loves pile number one unconditionally. What messages do you have for pile number one? Oh. Okay. I'm also seeing the angel number 333. So 333 could be significant for you. Pile number 1. Oops, it fell on the floor. Oh, okay. We have eternal love and we have night wind. Very interesting. We have the number 23 and 24. I'm immediately thinking about the Empress and the Emperor card. So there could be somebody that you are meant to reunite with in this lifetime, right? This person could be your future spouse, right? Could be the person that is meant to help you grow and evolve in so many different ways in this lifetime. We have eternal love here. So this person could be someone that is not afraid to challenge you, but challenge you in a way where you are asked to go out of your comfort zone, right? Like where you are asked to release all of the fears that you have, and that this person sees so much potential and sees so much light and good and power in you, and that it wants to help you, it wants to make you realize your fullest potential in order to help you grow and grow. Okay, so yeah, there could be someone. So if this is a person that you already have in your life, then really great, right? But if this is a person that you have yet to meet, and I'm about to tell you that you are going to meet this person, right? Maybe not in ways where you're expecting. I don't know why this entire reading is very, very unconventional. It's not coming out in ways where it's like very expected, I would say. I mean, that is the beautiful thing about these types of readings, because a lot of the times you will not get what you want to hear. A lot of the times it's because Spirit is channeling through me, so I don't know what I'm saying half of the time also. It's just, I'm just blank. But yeah, okay. We have Night Wind with facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. This card relates to the disturbed sleep patterns, vivid dreams, or nightmares you have been experiencing. Interesting. Something is troubling you, yet you are not openly acknowledging this either to yourself or others. This unresolved issue has created fear and anxiety, which you have yet to resolve. Because of this, your subconscious mind is processing the issue as you sleep. The fear resurfacing in your dreams time and time again in various forms and guises. This is your subconscious mind's way of dealing with the issue and forcing you to face your fear. On some level, this is helpful. However, the only way this issue can be resolved is by consciously facing your fear. First, truly acknowledge your fear. Express it in detail by writing it down, then share it by talking about it with someone you trust. This simple process takes some courage, but it was well worth it. Acknowledging and expressing your fear is the first major step towards healing this issue. You will find that all will be resolved soon. And we have affirmation here. I share my fears and concerns with those I trust and love. There is nothing to fear, there is only love. All will soon be resolved. I am safe, I am loved. I face my fear and feel it dissolve into a pool of love. This fear could be something that relates to the Queen of Wands energy, because you're afraid of shining your light, because you could be afraid of being judged, you are afraid of being visible, you're afraid that you are gonna get boycotted by others, by society. And I'm really sorry, pile number 1. I'm sending you a lot of healing and loving energy. I know that this energy can be really scary and it can be really traumatic and challenging, but ultimately we have eternal love here, which speaks a lot about a new dawn, a new level of reality that you are going to experience. Once you start facing this fear, right, the Queen of Wands in the reverse energy, once you start acknowledging your power, oops. Oh, I just realized, okay, hold on. Once you start acknowledging, yes, okay. Once you start acknowledging your power, your influence, as well as, once you start acknowledging your power and your influence and how bright of a light you are, things are going to move forward. Okay, because there is no other way out here. You're gonna have to face your fear. Like the Queen of Wands energy, it is very repressed right now, and Mother Gaia is asking that, I'm not asking for big steps from you. I'm asking you to take a little bit of step, little by little. Start by, questioning and asking, what is it that I want to be able to, what is it that I want to share? What is it that I want to shine my light on? right? Because ultimately, this is the one that will bring you the most happiness and fulfillment. Okay, pile number 1. So yeah, let's read 24. With eternal love, with happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. Exactly, something is resolved soon, right? A new page is turned as a concern you have dissolves and gives way to a period of sunshine. It is a time to relax and enjoy life, free of the worry and doubt that have cast a grey shadow over your life for the past few weeks. During the coming month or so, try to spend some time in nature. Allow yourself to reconnect with Gaia's nurturing and healing power. Immerse and surround yourself in her natural beauty, for she will help you restore your balance, harmonize your energy centers, and replenish your body, mind, and spirit. It may be difficult for you to switch off at first, but after a few days, as your thoughts slow down, you will settle into a new and more relaxed rhythm. Make the most of this opportunity while you can. And we have affirmation here. I am physically and emotionally connected to the healing power of Mother Earth. I surround myself with her beauty and feel a deep sense of peace. I am free of worry. Each day I grow stronger and more relaxed. My life is in perfect balance. Absolutely, it's like whatever it is that you are having so much concern about, whatever it is that you are having so much fearful thoughts about, right? Look at the sun here. It is shining on you, my dear pal number 1. So no matter what is happening and going on in your life right now, it is going to be resolved soon, right? Give up your worries and your fears to Mother Gaia, to Mother Nature, and allow the elements of air, especially. I feel like you're very connected to the element of air, to the wind energy, right? To the clouds, to the wind, to the color blue as well. You're really connected to it. Feel the wind on your face, on your hands, on your body. All right, feel the tingling sensation. And allow the wind to blow away your fears and to dissolve your anxieties and whatever it is that is troubling you right now. I'm sending you so much love and healing energy, pal number 1. So yeah, that is all that I have for you, pal number 1. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And I'm just so thankful to have this platform, and thank you for accepting the imperfections of me as well. And I'm so thankful and grateful for all. So yeah, thank you so much to your spirit guides and my spirit guides as well as Mother Gaia, for allowing me to read for you. I'm immensely grateful and thankful for all. And yeah, I really hope that this reading helped you in some sort of way. So if you're interested, you can check out my podcast as well, Life by Pam's podcast. I posted a new episode last week, I guess. But yeah, whichever you're coming across this reading, so yeah, you can check out my podcast. It's available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next reading. Thank you so much, pal number 1. Bye. Hi, welcome back, pal number 2. So thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for being here with me today. So in today's reading, we have 3 parts. So firstly, we'll look at how can you contribute to Mother Earth. Secondly, we will look at how will she bless you with your life here on Earth. Lastly, we'll look at guidance from Mother Gaia, from the Gaia Oracle, to see whatever final messages she would like to have for you. So yeah, I really hope that you will enjoy this reading, and I hope that this reading will inspire you in some sort of way in order for you to connect more with Mother Gaia and Mother Nature as well. So a reminder here, as always, that this is a collective reading. Not all messages are going to resonate for you. Always trust your intuition above all else. Know that you have the power, you have the free will to create your own life. Do not give your power away to me and any other psychics, any other mediums and readers out there. You are the sole responsibility of your own life. You take charge of your own life, okay? If you do not like the messages that you are listening to, if you don't resonate with it, feel free to skip this reading and check out my other piles or check out my other readings if you want to, of course. So yeah, firstly, we have 3 tarot cards to see the question. How can you contribute to Mother Earth? Pile number 2. All right. Hold on. Firstly, we have the Chariot in the reverse. All right. Okay, is this in? Ooh. Okay. Oh, let's see. We have the Chariot in the reverse. All this is kind of, hold on. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. All right. Next, we have the King of Swords in the upright. Last but not least, we have the Magician. Very interesting. Okay. So how can you contribute to Mother Earth? Pile number 2. I'm hearing the Magician in the reverse. Okay, so I'll take the Magician in the reverse since it's a last minute change from Spirit. I'm going to take it. It's supposed to be in the reverse energy. All right. So how can you contribute to Mother Earth? Pile 2. Balance. The balance of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because it seems like for you, pile number 2, I feel like you might have a really logical approach to life in itself. Or you might even have a logical approach to how you view success and how you view life in general. And I feel like Mother Gaia is here to let you know that whatever your concerns, whatever you are feeling so anxious about, please please let go of this rigid approach to Mother Nature, Mother Earth. She definitely doesn't want you to suffer, right? And that whatever it is that you have been planning, or whatever it is that you want to do, kind of in like the textbook form of success, she's asking you to revisit and reevaluate your life. Because it's time to look at your life from a higher perspective and look at things from a more heart-centered approach. Because it seems like, number 1, it could be, for some of you, there are a lot of things that you want to do, but you are scared to do. Or number 2, you are still stuck in an environment, or maybe in a belief or in a mindset that you have to do things a certain way. You have to achieve things in a certain way so that you are successful, so that you can be seen or you can be perceived as being superior or inferior than others. Mother Gaia is here to say, please let go of such approaches, because this current approach that you're approaching, it's not really serving her in any type of way. Because Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, she wants us all to use our own psychic gifts. She wants us all to use our gifts. And I want to put a note here. Psychic gifts doesn't have to be channeling messages, doesn't have to be into psychic realms. Sometimes even you changing your belief and your approach to nature can really help. Like for example, let's say you are somebody that you don't really go into nature that often, and even if you do go into nature, you'll be thinking, oh, it's just trees, it's just plants, what's so special about that? What is there to see? No, you have to be able to feel it from your heart. You're able to feel it from your body, the energies that go around in nature. It's not just about just using your logical mind, using a very it's not really just about using your logical mind to approach this situation or to approach nature, but it's more about allowing your heart to come through, allowing your intuition to come through, allowing your body to tell you how it really feels when you're in nature, right? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel like your thoughts do not go 100 miles per hour? Do you feel like you can finally slow down? Do you feel like you can finally breathe and relax? These are all huge signs of Mother Nature healing us, isn't it? But for pile number 2, you are still in a really rigid and a really tight, holding things too tightly. It's like you're unwilling to expand your consciousness. And Mother Gaia is here to let you know that by you just expanding your consciousness and by just you trying things in a really different way, this will help you to contribute to her. What I mean by that is like the example that I just gave, for example, you going into nature, right? Or you maybe just questioning yourself, right? You able to question yourself, is this a job that I really want to do? Is this an environment that I really want to stay? Is this connection serving me? Is this habit really helping me? Is this belief system really helping me? I'm seeing somebody who journals, who is like writing down. So yeah, maybe this could be your sign to write things down, to communicate with your logical mind, your ego, and to see what type of belief systems you're still holding on to. Right? What type of limiting beliefs are you still having? Because these are not serving you anymore. Right? As I don't know if you are recognizing this, pile number 2. The earth is evolving, right? The earth is creating heaven on earth for all of us. But if we are unwilling to develop the routine for ourselves, if we are unwilling to sit down with ourselves and do a lot of self-reflection and to change and to transform ourselves from deep within our being, we will not be able to evolve with her. Right? I'm sure, not all of you, but maybe most of you who are here, you can sense the shift, right? You are able to feel the shift that Earth is currently going through right now. And there are 2 splits which I can see, which is number 1, those who are stepping up, those who are moving alongside with Mother Gaia. And for those that are not willing to, right, you will be stuck. And you will be stuck in a way where it's like, why are things not working out anymore? Why are things not moving according to my past or to what I've experienced? That is because everything is shifting and changing, right? And unless you yourself are willing to sit down with yourself, right, and go through the transformations required, you won't be able to access the gifts that she has for you, right? You won't be able to access the new sort of life where we are able to align with our mind, with our body, with our spirit, with the power of our thoughts to be manifested in the current reality. Right? Because a lot of the times when we see things shifting, we get really scared, or we just don't believe that we can move forward with it, or we think that everything needs to have proof before it's we think that everything needs to have proof first, so that's to prove that that's real, to prove that that's true. But that's not necessarily true. Things are happening behind the scenes, even if you don't really consciously recognize it. It's like things are shifting and aligning for you, but you are not really seeing it, or you choose to not see it because you are still stuck in a really logical and a really rigid approach, right? And I want to put a note here, which is there is nothing wrong with being logical, right? There is nothing wrong with wanting to be more in your mind. But if you're completely shutting down your heart, completely shutting down your intuition, then that is not really that healthy, isn't it? All we need here is balance. Is the balance of our logical mind serving our heart, not the other way around. Have you stopped to think and ask your heart, what is it necessary for you to let go of, so that you can move forward to a new reality here, the magician that wants to manifest here? Because these energies are really repressed, right? This is why at the beginning I was told to turn the magician in the reverse, because you are not really utilizing it. Even if you are utilizing it, you are not really utilizing it to the benefit for you and for all of humanity. Because like I mentioned, everybody has gifts. You too have gifts. You too have hidden gifts within you, and unless you yourself are willing to question yourself, go within, you are not going to be able to access this, right? Because a healthy contribution, a contribution to Mother Earth, requires you to change your approach, requires you to change your entire belief systems on the things that you are holding on to so rigid, so tightly. It could be something that has to do with your work, your career, right? Maybe in the environment that you are in, maybe the people that you are keeping by your side, or maybe even you yourself just keeping yourself stuck. You know that you have work to do. You know that there are a lot of ideas that are growing within you, but you are not really utilizing it. You're not really using it. You're just convincing yourself that, oh, all of these ideas, they are not going to work out. They are not serving me anymore. They are not going to help me, like, let alone helping me to earn an income, let alone sustain me. But what if, right? I'm giving you another approach. What if these ideas could change your world forever? Right? You never know what might happen, isn't it? Maybe this idea that you have, it might immediately bring in somebody new, completely new, that you don't even recognize it. Maybe it could be somebody that you want to work with, or it could be a new, totally new opportunity that is very different from what you were expecting. That's great, isn't it? And I know that it can be scary, it can be confronting, but sometimes a little change goes a long way, pile number 2. And it's going to be very hard for me to talk some sense into you, because ultimately the change is on you, right? Because how I view the King of Swords is that sometimes he can be really stubborn to the point that he just wants to be so fixated on what's his, so fixated on what's the right way, so to speak. But there is actually no right or wrong way in life. No, only the one that serves the heart, only the one that serves the soul. And your soul is coming through loud and clear right now that if you really truly want to make a contribution to Mother Earth, you gotta have to allow yourself to transform, to change, to go through the depths of your ego, right? To go through a thorough ego death so that you can live a more heart-centered approach. Because like I was mentioning, like Mother Gaia, she doesn't want you to suffer. She doesn't want you to continuously live in your head, live in your mind, and thinking that this is the only way to life, thinking that this is the only way that I can move through, thinking that this is the only way to success. But what if life is it's something deeper than you could ever imagine, right? What if your current reality could change, if you're willing to make this change within yourself, like right now at this moment, right? Don't let your ego get to you. Don't let your stubbornness kill you, is what I'm hearing also. Because sometimes being so fixated on one thing, or being so fixated on being right, will harm you more than anything. And whatever, I'm also hearing another message, whatever it is that you are consuming online, look within. Not all information online on social media is going to resonate with you, right? Like I'm taking an example as if like love, right? We all have our own standards in love. We all want to, like, we all have our own way of viewing what love is and what kind of partner we want to attract, what kind of partner we want to spend the rest of our life with. But if you are focusing so much on social media, oh, I want this, I want that, may this love manifest, may this love be manifested in my reality, without even questioning yourself, is this really the type of love that you want? Sometimes whatever you consume online, it can cause a lot more harm than you even think, Pao 2. Right? You might think, oh yes, that's the person that I want. Yes, this is the type of person that I want. Yes, that's the type of career that I like. But have you actually consulted yourself? Have you actually sit down with yourself and ask, like, is this really what I want to have in my life? Is this really the type of love? Is this really the type of career that I want? Or am I just following the trend, so to speak? Right? Like I was seeing a post the other day on Instagram, and it made me really upset because there was a creator that said, oh, spirituality is just a trend and I don't want to follow the trend anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? Spirituality is never a trend. It was never a trend. If you viewing spirituality as a trend, then you are not really using, like you're not really into spirituality in itself. You're not understanding the concept of it. Right? So don't follow the trend. Follow your heart. I know it seems pretty cliche, but it is what is happening right now, Pao 2. Making a contribution to Mother Gaia requires a lot of self-reflection, requires a lot of self-awareness for you. It requires you to develop a connection with your feminine energy and your heart. Because you are, like I mentioned, you are too rigid right now, and you are so stuck in your masculine energy that you're refusing to see otherwise. You're refusing to see what lies in the unseen. You're refusing to see what lies in the unknown. That can be very difficult. The first step is normally the hardest, but you can do it, Pao 2. You can. Okay? And I don't know how is this going to help, but hopefully you are able to, if you really want to make a contribution to Mother Earth, here is your answer. All right, Pao 2, don't. And making a contribution to Mother Earth, it doesn't have to be like grand. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, like for example, donating money, right? And all, it doesn't have to be such a grand gesture. Sometimes even you switching your opinions, like not opinions, sorry, switching your beliefs, right, and making it more, and living a more heart-centered way, it's really the biggest blessing you can send, and it's really the biggest contribution that you can make already, right? By following your soul, by allowing your soul and your heart to guide you, not the other way around, right? Your mind should be the one serving the soul, serving the heart. Not by you thinking that you can control every single thing, or that I need to follow the textbook of what it is, like getting married and having kids, right? Or like you dialing down yourself, you playing small, you not following your dreams and all. No, it is time. She wants to fulfill your dreams. She wants to allow you to access your gifts of manifestation, right? Of the power of aligning your thoughts, your words, your spirit, your mind, your body, and your spirit together. She wants to align it all for you, but it is now really repressed. And it's time for you to do the inner work if you choose to. Okay? So yeah, that is all that I have for this portion of the reading. Next, we are going to look at how will she bless you with your life here on earth, okay? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, exactly. We have the Two of Pentacles. What was I saying about your gifts? Yeah. And last but not least, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Exactly. Things will start changing in the physical reality for you if you so choose to do the self-reflection. But this is not an instantaneous thing. This is not going to change. Like, this is not going to like come in ways where you are expecting, so to speak. So how will she bless you with your life here on earth? It's really just about your entire reality changing, right? Your entire world shifting, right? It's like unexpected opportunities, unexpected talents and gifts, unexpected manifestations are coming in for you. Like maybe those that you don't even recognize that you have it, or even you don't even realize that you have manifested that is coming into your life. Right? She's blessing you with a lot of newness, a lot of exciting opportunities as well. Right? That allows you to really enjoy. That allows you to feel like you are blessed, allows you to feel even more grateful, and that you would want to continuously contribute, because not only you are serving Mother Earth, but you are also serving yourself, because you are fulfilling yourself deep within. A sense of achievement and a sense of fulfillment is coming in, right? How is she going to bless you with your life? And she, like I mentioned, she's also going to bless you with a lot of gifts and talents that you don't even recognize that you have, right? One of it is the Magician card, which I'm hearing like could be psychic gifts as well, but psychic gifts don't necessarily have to be just channeling messages from the divine. It could be, right? Psychic gifts can be many. For example, hold on, I want to burp. Excuse me. Yeah, but psychic gifts can be, let's say you being a doctor, you being a medical professional, yeah. You being an artist, right? You being a painter, or even you just working in a 9 to 5 job, right? But you have a lot of great ideas in your mind, right? And I'm also hearing another message. She's also blessing you with an environment with like-minded people, with people that can accept your ideas, people that can accept the type of newness that you bring. It's like Aquarius energy, right? A new innovation that can actually help so many people, that can actually help to inspire many people as well. She's blessing you with this gift of helping other people, this gift of inspiring other people as well. For you, it's more about like letting other people, like allowing yourself to share your ideas, to share your contributions with the world, and at the same time not feeling like you are, like your innovations, they are very bold, they are very big, right? And that they have the ability to influence others, and have the ability to influence others just like you, who are incredibly, who are so stuck in their mind. Like you're helping other people to see a huge shift in their reality. Like that is very similar to pile number 1 as well. It's like giving me same, but kind of a little bit of different, but the core is still the same. It's just a little bit of different. Is that what I'm getting is, for this pile, you might be somebody that how should I put this into word, spirit? You could be somebody that is working like a really normal job, right? Like I'm getting like daycare as well. So some of you might be working in some sort of daycare job, maybe. And you are helping others through your energy, through your influence, right? By allowing them to see like the shift of what you are bringing to the table, right? Like I mentioned, like your ideas as well. Or like even you just presenting an entirely new reality, a new innovation is coming in. And to let other people recognize that they themselves too can shift. They themselves too can evolve at the same time. So it's like manifestations, right? The power of like their thoughts and their words and their spirit aligning with one another. But at the same time showing others that there is always another way out. There is always another way to live. Maybe your way of doing your job is incredibly different from your other co-workers, right? They might be the ones that follow the rules, which there's nothing wrong with following the rules, but it's just more that you are like more bold, you are more innovative. You don't want to be stuck in that one place, or you don't want to be just following the rules all the time. You want to be able to share your ideas with like the person in charge. And she's blessing you with this ability. She's blessing you with the power of like letting other people truly listening to you, listening to your ideas and your realities, even if it's not yet manifested in the physical realm, but still you will have the ability to showcase what you want to showcase. Like it's like there is this platform of there is this space for you to create, there is this space for you to publish, there is this space for you to work in that space in itself. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's just, how will she bless you? It's really through showing you and showing others that your life can change, that you are not living in the same reality as you used to, that once you are able to sit down with yourself and change your perspective, the way that she's blessing you is an entirely new life. A new life that is based on how you want to live and how you want to move forward as well. And that as long as you're willing to put your mind into it, it will change in the most unexpected way. That is your blessing, right? Please don't like think that blessings is just about like money, resources and income, a house, a person. No, sometimes blessings can come in so many ways. Even the talents and the gifts that we have, that we don't even realize that we have, are blessed by the divine in some sort of way. Right? That we too hold the ability to uphold what we want, to choose for ourselves, right? To let passion, to let the fiery energy guide us. That is also a huge blessing already, because not many of us, we have this passionate, fiery energy. But you do. You have that within you. You don't need to follow the rules of society and how you want things to just stay the same all the time, because no, we will evolve, we will change. And then no matter how many times you wanna move in a different direction, you wanna switch from time to time, it's all going to be helping you. And no matter which direction you take, you will always make a name for yourself, power too, right? Whether is it you're an entrepreneur, whether is it you're working for other people, or whether is it you're just, I keep getting like, you feel like you are just a very simple and ordinary person, but no, you are a simple and ordinary person. Yes, like we are all simple and ordinary beings, all right? But we all hold special gifts. We all hold unique talents. We are not really as simple as we make ourselves out to be. Like, yeah, simple in the humblest ways, but we too have extraordinary gifts that Mother Nature, the divine, blesses us with. That is when you too realize that destiny, fate, it all comes with our own free will. And whatever we choose will always be led back to our soul, our heart. Right? And how will she bless you is that she will always bless you with a heart-centered life. Like you taking what you want from your mind, right? Listening to it and then grounding in the physical reality. She will help to balance things out, like balancing your mind and your heart. So you're able to live from a more heart-centered perspective, but at the same time, your mind will be able to guide you towards it. Your mind will be able to support your heart by saying, okay, this is what my heart wants to do. Okay, I'm going to move towards it. Okay, I'm going to persist. I'm going to showcase my talents. I'm going to showcase my ideas and my gifts. Because I really want to make a huge contribution. I don't want this gift to just stay by myself. I want this to help other people too. I want to help other people evolve. I want to help other people see that there is always another way. Your power of influence, very similar to pile number 1 though, really. The power of influence that you have. For pile number 1, it's the power of speech and their voice, but for you, it's really the power of influence. Influencing other people to be on your side. Letting other people see your perspective, letting other people believe in you because of what you share. And other people will cheer and they will help you as much as you need. Because you have that ability to turn your thoughts into the 3D, into the real world. The power of influence that she's blessing you with, which is really, 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 really beautiful. That is because what comes from you after you have sat with yourself, what comes from you is not just only coming from you, but it comes from a higher power. It comes from a higher source, like whichever you believe in. And that you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about your life staying stagnant, because it's a continuous process. It's a process that requires you to shed, to change, and to evolve. That is very beautiful, Pao too. I hope that this kind of makes sense. I don't know if this really makes any sense for you though. I truly do hope that it does, and I really hope that the power of influence that she will bless you with is not only helpful to you, but helpful to all of humanity, right? What benefits you, it doesn't only just benefit you, Pao too, it benefits everybody on this planet. Okay, what you are doing, it has an effect. And that is what she's blessing you with. Okay, you have an effect on so many people that you don't even recognize yet. Okay, so lastly, we are going to look at the Gaia Oracle to see what final messages she would like to have for you. Okay, so this is the Gaia Oracle. Allow me to shuffle first. Oof. I want to thank you for being here, and yeah, for just sitting with me, sharing your energy with me, as well as allowing me to be imperfect. I'm just so thankful and grateful for all. As well as just me being able to channel messages for you, I'm already very blessed and thankful and grateful for all that I received and for you to be here. Okay, so lastly, we'll see, is there any final guidance and messages from Mother Gaia that loves pile number 2 unconditionally? Oh, okay. We have liberation, exactly. I was just talking about this. Breaking free, can you see that? Okay, hold on. Okay, breaking free from a negative attachment. I was just talking about this, yeah. It's like the King of Swords energy, right? You are so rigid and so stubborn in your approach that you are unwilling to see what lies ahead of you, right? She's gifting you with the power of influence, the ability to influence other people after you have sat down with yourself, after you have sat down with your own fears, your own limiting beliefs, your own darkness, your own shadows, right? She's helping you with that. And we have number 25, okay. Liberation, all right. Whether you realized it or not, you have become too emotionally attached or dependent on someone or something, or you have allowed or inevitably caused someone to get too emotionally attached to you. What at first seemed like a healthy friendship or interest now seems to be taking over your life or is creating too much codependence. A situation that initially seemed like a positive has now revealed its negative side. This is in effect like a form of addiction. You are advised to examine this issue and then create some space between you. For your sake and the sake of others, you must do whatever it takes to break free from this negative emotional attachment. Initially, this may cause some resentment and even a sense of panic, but the end result will be worth it. When you manage to emotionally detach yourself from this issue, you will have learned a valuable lesson, and this will serve you well in the future. I release myself from all negative attachment. I trust that this is for my highest good. I trust that this is for the highest good of all. I help others most by not allowing myself or them be codependent. I look at every situation in a balanced way. So if you want, you can screenshot this affirmation. Okay, but yeah, liberation card, which is really talking about how you have to liberate yourself from your own fears, from your own limiting beliefs. In this case, right, it could be what the card says, that you might become too codependent on someone, but specifically for you, I'm getting it's really something, right? It's really about a belief. It's really about your approach to life in itself, your approach to Mother Nature, your approach to the unseen, the unknown. That is what is causing you a lot of pain. That is what is causing you a lot of fears and a lot of darkness as well at the same time. So yeah, it's very important for you to sit down with yourself. If you really, really want to understand yourself deeply, if you really want to make a healthy contribution to Mother Gaia, do the work of allowing yourself to self-reflect. That is very, very necessary and very important for you, Pao 2. Okay? So that is all that I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for just allowing me to be imperfect as well. And if you're interested, you can like and subscribe and comment if you want to. Only love and respectful comments will be accepted in my comments section. And as well as if you're interested, you can check out my podcast, Life by Pam's podcast, on Apple Podcasts. Yes, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I've just posted a new episode. If you're interested, you can definitely check them out if you want to. And I want to thank your spirit guides and Mother Gaia as well for allowing me to read for you. And thank you so much to the universe for allowing me to read for you as well. So thank you so much, pile number 2, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. I hope that this reading helped. Bye! Hi, welcome back, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your energy with me. So in today's reading, we have 3 parts. So firstly, we'll look at how can you contribute to Mother Earth. Secondly, we will look at how will she bless you with your life here on Earth. Lastly, we'll look at guidance from Mother Gaia from the Gaia Oracle. Okay? So a reminder here before I start this reading, always remember that this is a collective reading. Not all messages are going to resonate for you. Always trust your intuition above all else. Know that you have the free will to create your own life. Do not give your power away to me and any other readers out there. You are the sole responsibility of your own life. All right? If you don't like the messages that came through, if you don't like what you are hearing, or you feel if you feel off with the messages that came through, please do not hesitate to switch off this reading, right? Or if you are interested, you can check out my other piles as well if you are drawn to more than one pile, or you can check out my other readings if you resonate with my energy. Okay, so thank you so much, pile 3, and we will start right away. So the first question is, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? I don't know why I'm being called for this, for you, pile number 3, which is to amp up your spiritual protection though, because I keep sensing a lot of like past energies as well, or like people from your past that are trying to creep up on your energy field. So please remember to protect yourself energetically, and please remember to call back your power from all times, space, and dimensions, and across all timelines as well, and to never ever allow anybody to be in your energy field without your verbal consent. Okay, I'm specifically getting for this group because I can see a lot of like disturbance, like I'm seeing a fly in my mind's eye as well. So there really could be a lot of interruptions and just negative influences around you. So please be sure to amp up your protection, and please be sure to not, yeah, I mean, listen to your intuition above all else, but remember to close all cords and to cut all ties that are related to your past, not only just in this lifetime, but as well as other lifetimes as well. There are a lot of negative influences, like past people, past energy. They keep trying to creep in into this energy field. So I'm really asking Archangel Michael to please protect the energies of pile number 3 as well as this reading, so that only unconditionally loving messages can come through. But pile number 3, this is a reminder here as well as a warning from Spirit to please amp up your energetic protection. It is just as important as your physical protection. Okay? Now, the first card is Death. Okay, looks like I need to... Death. All right. Next, we have the Page of Swords. Last but not least, we have the Ten of Wands. It came through in this position. So I'm gonna place it here. Okay. Is this okay? Let me stand up and see. Oh. Okay. It looks great. So for you, pile number 3, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? I feel like it's really a lot about respect and reverence for Mother Nature and the cycles of life and death, right? Because I was specifically picking up on, like, there are a lot of past energies that are trying to creep in. So maybe for you, as you close out a chapter of your life, maybe some of you have some sort of lingering attachments to it, or even just have a tendency to reminisce on the past quite a lot, or even think about your past people, even thinking about past situations that have hurt you. And I'm not going to ask you, I'm not going to say that, oh, do not reminisce about the past. No, we do reminisce from time to time. It's just more about like really truly fully closing the chapter behind you and not allowing these past energies and situations to try to come up and hurt you again. Because I can see for you specifically, you've gone through a lot, right? It's like your life is not an easy one, right? You have gone through a lot of ups and as well as a lot of downs, right? You have suffered a lot, endured a lot, and I'm sending a lot of love, pile number 3. But how can you really contribute to Mother Earth is to really allow yourself to close the chapters of your past behind you and not letting it affect you anymore. Believing it strongly that the past is the past. So I'm seeing a cord cutting ritual that you're gonna have to do, right? Like for example, you have like two black candles, and then you set the intention for cutting away the past or just releasing anything that is not serving you anymore to the universe. I feel like Mother Nature is more than willing to help you with this, to help you with this situation, because he can see the amount of burdens, the amount of stress that you've been carrying in your body as well as in your mind, because your consciousness is expanding, right? Nothing can get to you anymore. Nothing and no one can get to you anymore, right? And that the next chapter of your life, it's incredibly different from what you have imagined as well, because it wants to give you a life of joy. It wants you to live life in your own ways, in your own terms, not what you have experienced in the past, right? And I know that this may sound fake, right? Is to, respect the cycles of life and death, but this is one of the most difficult lessons for all of us, especially when things starts changing, when we're gonna have to let go of the past, of anything that doesn't serve us anymore. That is the most difficult out of all. And some of you might wonder, so this is how I'm going to contribute to Mother Earth? Yeah. Yes. Pile 3 is to respect the cycles of life and death is to allow the natural rhythms of life to flow through you, and to allow what is happening for your highest good, and to not try to take on more than you can handle, right? And to allow nature to help you to clear out any residue in your energetic field, in your physical environment, as well as in connections with people that just do not have your highest good anymore. Like, why do you keep holding on to it, right? Like, what attachments are you creating? What fantasies are you still recreating in your mind, right? Like, are you seeing the objective reality that is happening right now, or are you just continuously focused on the potential that you and this particular situation or person that you want to have, right? And it's to, most importantly, is to really accept that when what is being stripped away from your life, it is absolutely for your highest good. You do not have to continuously carry all of the burdens, all of the stress by yourself, because nature doesn't want you to, it doesn't want you to live your life in this way, right? Like, it can sense and it can see the amount of potential that you have within, right? But whenever you are stuck in one phase of your life, the next cannot continue, right? So this is why it's very necessary, and for you to embrace the death of, not literal death, although it could point to literal death as well, right? But accepting more about the natural cycles of life in itself. And as well as another message that I'm getting, how can you contribute to Mother Earth, is to allow the darker emotions and your shadows to come through, right? I'm hearing like some of you might bask in this like love and light, peace and love kind of a thing, but sometimes it's the shadow aspects, it's the darker aspects of life that allows you to expand your consciousness, that allows you to be more whole in your psyche, in your being, as well as to be able to see the duality of life in itself, right? You could be somebody that is very black and white. You could be somebody that lives life in a really like in a really black and white way, right? And maybe, and Mother Gaia, Mother Nature wants you to embrace more of like the dualities of life. It's to see both sides of the picture, not just focusing on one or the other, but both sides. It's like all truths, they exist. All truths have a reason, right? It doesn't have to make sense to you, but most importantly, what we have to do is respecting other people's nature, as well as respecting other people's opinions, right? Choosing to see the truth, right? Choosing to see the light and the dark in somebody's personality, in somebody's human nature, but at the same time still allowing yourself to shine your light, allowing yourself to bring your light to the dark. That is one way that you can contribute to Mother Earth, right? Because she's not just light in itself, she is fierce. Look at what happens, right? Look at earthquakes, right? Look at forest fire, look at tsunami, look at tornado. Is any of this not loving? It just shows a much more darker aspects of nature in itself, but that doesn't mean that she's not unconditionally loving. She's still unconditionally loving. It's just she's just sick and tired of the pain that we humans put her through. And this is something that we gotta have to be consciously aware of, and to make the changes necessary in order for her to thrive, because she needs our help. Mother Gaia, she cannot just live alone. She cannot thrive alone. She needs our help by helping her to secure planet Earth, and helping her to elevate our consciousness, by helping her to shift from one reality to another, so that we all can live heaven on earth. Because for point number 3, I'm seeing this energy for you, is that your life is going to be drastically different, right? Once you close out a chapter of your life, right? 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, whichever fits the story, But once you can sense the change within you, you can never unsee that anymore, right? Once you see the objective reality of a situation or a person, you can never unsee that anymore. So Mother Gaia is asking you to not throw away the so-called shadow sides of you, because the more shadows you're able to embrace, the more shadows you're able to work on yourself, the more light you're able to hold, the more light you're able to carry. So peace and love, peace and light, yes, they do exist, but I would say the shadows for you specifically, they are more necessary. They are more important for you to integrate, so that you don't just live in your own like fantasy world, right? And to just go ahead and think that, oh, life is just all light and love in itself. Like, no, life is love, but it is dark at the same time, right? It contains darkness, it contains evil. And the most important thing is that we do not shy away from it. We do not try to escape and run from it and try to replace it to like love and light, right? Because just like life, we as humans, we all carry these darker emotions, right? I really want to share this dream that I had. I think it was yesterday. So I had this dream about me. It was like an example from the people from my past, and I cursed these people because they were trying to humiliate and embarrass me. And I said something in that dream like, yeah, I am sick and tired of all of the humiliation and embarrassment that I've been through. So maybe the next thing that's going to happen to you is you being cursed by me. Like, that is what I said in my dream. And when I woke up, I was like, whoa, where did that came from? And it's because I have been trying to be that good girl, so to speak. This good girl conditioning has, like, I have a hard time accepting this villain, this evil, like, I wouldn't even use the word evil, but I have a hard time accepting these darker aspects of me, because I had like shame and guilt tied to it within me, right? Maybe you too, right, Power 3? Maybe you too share similar attributes. Like, maybe you too are somebody that is very attached to this good girl conditioning. You believe in like being a good person, so to speak, which there is nothing wrong with it, right? But ultimately, sometimes when we gotta have to stand up for ourselves and we have to fight for the rights of ourselves, or fight for whatever is unjust, these darker aspects of ourselves are gonna come through. The most important thing is that, do we have self-control over it, or are we just gonna fly over the rage, right? So self-control is very necessary and very important. And that dream made me realize that I have been suppressing this villain side of me, so to speak, that I can actually be good, but at the same time I am capable of evil, right? It's just because I have my morals, I have my integrity, and I have my own set of rules that I will follow, right? Unless this is a situation that is extremely negative to a point where I'm gonna have to fight, that's when this rage will start to come through, right? And maybe so do you, Power 3. Have you been so attached to the good girl that you don't believe that there is villain, you don't believe that there is a villain, you don't believe that you don't believe about negativity, you don't believe about the dark? Maybe it's time for you to change your perspective and change your consciousness, as well as to change your relationship with the dark, right? With like the possibly like the dark divine goddesses, as well as the dark within you, right? I keep remembering this show, which is Young Sheldon. Is it? No, not Young Sheldon, but Young Sheldon could be significant, right? Young Sherlock, yes. So it was Sherlock's father. I remember he mentioned something about like, yeah, we are all capable of good and evil, right? This phrase stood out to me really strongly because I believe in that, right? And that no matter how much kindness I believe in this world, of course, I believe in compassion and empathy and kindness, but I too believe in this villain that needs to come through from time to time, this sacred rage, this this furious energy, this regal-like energy, this sacred rage, right? This shame and guilt as well. Sometimes it will come through, especially when we have been suppressing it for a very long time, or especially when we are suppressing our emotions for a very long time. Sometimes it will really start to burst if we don't handle it, if we don't acknowledge it, if we do not have any self-control over it. Other times it will just have control over us, right? So yeah, Mother Nature, Mother Gaia wants you to be able to look at life in a more dualistic way, so that you are not just plainly just black and white, good and evil. What about the gray areas? Right? This is not asking you to tolerate disrespect. This is not to ask you to tolerate any darkness being inflicted upon you. No. This is about accepting that darkness do exist. Right? As much as there is so much of love and unconditionally loving energies, there is an equal amount of darkness that's trying to fight against us, that is trying not to let love prevail. But ultimately, love will always prevail. Right? Ultimately, fierce compassion is going to prevail in the end. This is what I hold strongly to. Right? So, pile number 3. So, how can you contribute to Mother Earth? It's all of the above that I've just mentioned, as well as not only just like life and death, as well as transformation. Right? How you view change. How do you view transformation? Maybe 5 years later, you are going to transform all over again. You are going to be changing directions. You are going to be shifting from one place to another. That duality, that nature is in you. Right? Look at the different seasons. You have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. It all exists. It's just whether or not are we willing to embrace it. Are we willing to work with the energies of it, or are we just going to get stuck in it? That's a whole new different story, isn't it? So how do you view change? How do you view transformation? Right? How do you view the darker aspects of life? How do you challenge your own perceptions by accepting that not your truths are not the only real ones? Other people's truths, they exist and they are real for them. We do not have to accept it, we do not have to agree with it, but we understand them, right? Understanding and agreeing are two different things, isn't it? So yeah, that's all what I have for you for the very first part, which is how can you contribute to Mother Earth. I hope that this part makes sense, and I hope that it helped you in some sort of way to allow you to view Mother Gaia, Mother Nature in a very different way, in a more unfiltered way, in a more raw and unfiltered way, so to speak. Okay. Next, we have how will she bless you with your life here on Earth? Okay. Firstly, we have the King of Cups. All right. Secondly, we have the Queen of Swords. Wow. Lastly, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. All right. How will she bless you with your life here on Earth? I don't know why I'm immediately thinking about the Greek god Poseidon. So you might be drawn to him, especially with the King of Cups here. So what I'm seeing here with how will she bless you with your life here on Earth? Absolutely, definitely a strong teacher, strong mentor vibes. Pile number 3. It's like Mother Gaia wants you to use your intelligence. She wants you to use both your emotional and logical intelligence to help other people move on from the past, as well as to help yourself, right? To help yourself first so that you can help other people. Like she's really blessing you with a lot of new insights, new ideas, as well as new level of emotional maturity and awareness, right? So that you not only can allow yourself to be compassionate towards other people, but you are not afraid to tell them the truth just as it is. This is very similar to pile number 1. Oh my god. Again, but yeah, pile number 1, their throat chakra is also really very strong and activated. So all 3 piles are really, really connected today. So Mother Gaia, it's like really making an emphasis here that a lot of you have a strong mind and a strong heart. right? It's like your empathy and your compassion allows you to speak your truth, allows you to not let anybody influence your perspective, so to speak, and as well as you're able to be an example for others that are stuck just as you, that is also really, it's like unable to move on from the past, right? Like the past energy, the Eight of Cups here, it's like you sort of believe that, oh, you have to continuously suffer, right? That's an example that I'm getting, right? Do you hold that belief that you have to suffer in order for you to have joy, in order for you to move on? Or do you believe that you need to receive some sort of apology from others so that you can actually move on? No, sometimes no answer is already the best answer for you, right? And I can see that you do not run away from it, but a lot of the times you might have a hard time accepting it and even really just moving past it, moving past the energy, right? Like, because your heart and your mind is very, very connected to one another, and you are able to sense when things go wrong, or you're able to sense some sort of unpredictability. You're able to sense stress and chaos, and you're able to sense beyond the veil. But what's hardest for you, Pile 3, is your ability to move past it. Because sometimes you tell yourself that, oh, maybe if I stay much longer, things would have been different. Or if I can help this person, if I can rescue this person, then things might have been better. It's like you put all of these burdens and responsibilities onto you, and Mother Gaia is saying that no, she blesses you with a strong sense of emotional and logical awareness, but not in a way that you're using it right now. The way that you're using it is very, very harmful towards you and other people. You could have this like savior and rescuer type of mindset, believing that you have to save everybody, believing that you have to give advice to everybody that you meet, or thinking that I can be the one to help this person, I can be the one to pull them out of the rug, I can be the one to influence and change this environment. But no, right? Because the truths that you provide and speak, whether or not they want to use your advice, whether or not they want to see your truth, that is up to them. You cannot control their behavior. You cannot control their reactions as well. Sometimes they might snap at you. They might be really angry at you, and angry at you for seeing the truth. But this is not an ability to shy away from, because you are using it in a really, you are using it not in a right way, where she wants you to use this ability to, right? It's about understanding, when do I speak my truths, and how do I use my words? How do I choose my words wisely? Right? It's really knowing the difference between these two. Okay, it's not just about dimming. It's not about dimming your light. Never ever. Do not dim your truths and your light for anybody. But at the same time, also saving it for only the one that can understand from your perspective, and only the ones that can see your intentions behind it, right? Because some people, they think they are ready for the truth, but they are not, right? They are not, because they do not have the capacity for it. This is why, how do I want to put this? How do I want to say this? Right? If this person ended up snapping at you, then that is their responsibility anymore. That is not your fault, right? Do not take their faults upon you, pile number 3. Do not think that, oh, I must be useless, or I can't be of help to them. Like, why do they snap at me? Is my truth really that scary? Like, is authenticity really something that I should not uphold anymore? I should just give up my truth because I really want other people to understand me, because I really want connection? Mother Gaia is saying that you will have like-minded people, the ones that can truly understand you, the ones that have worked on themselves and developed their own awareness, and has their own maturity, so that they can understand you, so that they can see through you and see the importance of that truth that you provide for them, right? And that, because Mother Gaia, she wants you to use this ability not only to help yourself, but as well as to influence those are on your level at the same time. Because your truths are not meant to be used like in a really random way, like maybe like a stranger and all. Like, no, it's meant to be used in environments that will serve them as well as you, so that you can continuously search for truths. You can continuously understand that, okay, this is my belief, this is my intention. I know what I'm serving is right. I know what I'm serving is well. How can I balance that with compassion? How can I balance that with empathy? How do I want to give this ability to other people? Right? Do they have the awareness? Or am I just going to shut my mouth and not say anything? Because sometimes not everything needs to be put out there, right? I mentioned this in pound number 1 as well. Like, not everything that comes through you needs to be spoken. Sometimes the best way is to just keep your opinions to yourself. That's the emotional maturity and the level of awareness that Mother Gaia is going to bless you with. Because she wants to teach you that what other people are experiencing through you, it is not a reflection of you. It's only showing them what they lack. It's showing them what they don't want to see in themselves. So please don't deny your authenticity. Please do not deny your honesty. Because truth will ultimately prevail, right? Maybe they will look back like years later and they will think that, oh, what this person has shared is incredibly helpful for me. Like, I didn't understand at that time, but right now I can understand already. They often would have that realization like years later. So really, the power of your voice is the power of your voice, as well as your emotional capacity, as well as your emotional maturity, is what she's blessing you and gifting you with. This not only helps you to see the truth in a really objective way, but as well as not losing your compassion, as well as not losing your ability to feel things intensely. But a lot of the times, what is really hardest for you is to leave those like situations and people behind. That is what is really difficult for you, right? Especially the 8 of Cups is just because you might reminisce a lot. You might think back, right? You might miss those people. You might miss those times you might miss those good times. You might miss those times where you just want to be in good terms with everybody. But Mother Gaia wants to tell you that no, you are not supposed to be in good terms with everybody on this planet, especially not those that do not face themselves, especially the ones that do not have self-awareness, the ones that do not have the emotional capacity, or they do not have the emotional depth to match you. I'm sorry, these relationships, they have to go. They cannot survive, because ultimately, right, we have the Death card there, because you are going to grow and grow and grow and grow into this beautiful human being, to this beautiful person. And you are not going to suppress your voice for a very long time, because if you try to, it will only make you even more uncomfortable. Why? Because you are suppressing your throat chakra, because you're suppressing your voice, you're not using it, right? You are not really transferring your ideas, your thoughts, your beliefs. You're not really using it. You're not really speaking up. You're not really channeling that energy in the right way. And this is why she's helping you with that. She's blessing you with this gift of speech, this gift of your voice, so that you can use it to help yourself as well as help other people to move on too, right? Maybe it's very, you can easily say that about others, or you can easily spot that hidden motive and that hidden intentions in others. But when it comes to you, you might be really difficult, or you might see it, but sometimes your emotions might blind you. right? So a healthy balance is what she's gifting you, and this is a lesson that you're going to continuously learn as you learn to grow and grow and grow and evolve, and do not be afraid of change. The more your mind and your heart is going to balance, the more truths you hold, the more you're going to help others and yourself out of this rut. And that is an incredibly, incredibly beautiful blessing, pile number 3. Okay. So yeah, I really, really hope that this made sense as well. Thank you so, so much, pile number 3. So lastly, we will look at Gaia Oracle to see what final guidance and messages does Mother Gaia have for you. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for supporting me as well, and for allowing me to be imperfect, pile number 3. Thank you, and I really, really appreciate your time, your energy, and your support as well. Thank you for being here with me. So, last but not least, we will look at Mother Gaia that loves pile number 3 unconditionally. Do you have any final guidance you would like to say? We have Sacred Journey, yes, life cycles, family, transformation, and we have the number 22. The number 22, which adds up to 4, which is the Emperor energy. So the divine masculine energy within you, I'm hearing it needs healing, right? So that you're able to step into a more empowered version of yourself, right? Because the divine feminine and the divine masculine, they cannot live without one another, and it exists between men and women, not just, right? Divine feminine and masculine, they are energies. They are not being categorized by a male and a female, right? So your divine masculine energy needs healing, so that it's able to hold space for the feminine that is continuously growing and growing and growing and evolving, right? We have Sacred Journey with life cycles, family, and transformation. Exactly what I've just said. Thank you for the confirmation, Mother Gaia. So let's read from the cards. So like I mentioned, the Emperor energy could be really significant. I'm also getting the High Priestess as well, because the number 2 card here, it's really giving me the High Priestess vibe. So what I've just said, yeah, the divine feminine, but the High Priestess, it's more of like an internal sort of a thing. It's more of like an internal thing where you consistently go into a period of self-reflection, right? Where you're able to gain new knowledge and insights from your life experiences, from what they've gone through, so that you're able to share with others, okay? So let's read. Life is a physical journey through time and space, yet it is also a spiritual journey that transcends both time and space. Physically, we are born of the earth, and to the earth we shall return. Yet spiritually, we are never born and we never die, we never come and we never leave. This card reminds you that we are each so much more than our physical realities. In fact, from our soul's perspective, this current life is just one page in a never-ending book that is the eternal story of life. We are all characters in a play, and we have each chosen different roles. Your family is a central part of this journey. Each member plays their respective roles, each member your co-star and partner. Each play is designed for maximum dramatic effect, otherwise it would all get very boring. In effect, we are all actors, and we are each required to play our roles well. It is through our human drama we expand our understanding of love. The different roles we play and the people we encounter help us grow. Through drama, we come to understand just how sacred life is. Thank your soul for the journey. An affirmation: the role I play in this life is transient. I am in essence a being of light. My family members are some of my greatest teachers. All human drama helps me expand my awareness of love. My soul is not confined by time and space. Exactly, it's like really the Page of Swords energy coming through. It's about expanding your consciousness. It's about understanding that life is not just a physical journey, but life is bringing the 5D down to the 3D. It's about bringing heaven down to earth, right? So that we can all live a more fulfilling and a more enriching life, right? So that we can all start to create a much more loving reality and a much more loving community for each and every one of us. I was getting that with the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords, which is you are not meant to be understood by other people. You're not meant to be understood by everybody, right? Like you are meant to have your members of soul tribe, like people that come into your life. They are meant to teach you something, and then you are also meant to teach them something. It's all like a reflection. It's all like we are all mirrors to one another, depending on the different aspects we are seeing or we are not seeing. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, pile number 3. This is the end of the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I hope that this reading inspired you in some sort of way, as well as it helped you as well, right? And if you're interested, you can like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. And if you're interested, you can also check out my podcast, which is Life by Pam's podcast, available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. So yeah, thank you so much to your spirit guides and for allowing me to read for you, as well as thank you to Mother Gaia and the universe for allowing me to read for you as well. Thank you so much, pile number 3, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. Thank you, and I'm sending you a lot of love and healing energy. Bye.